Hello, 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 hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a beauty of a day here from Dublin, Ohio. And we've got the 2018 NAIA National Championships. And we're looking through the bugs here. We've got a power play coming up for Indiana Tech. As again, we're trying to work through the bugs. Please bear with us here this afternoon. As it's just one of those things where the wonders of technology just will not cease to amaze us. And let's hope that everything is going good so far. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 11 and a half minutes to go in the second period. We've got ourselves a 2-1 lead in favor of
just going to be, yeah.
That's fine. Well, we're back here from the Chiller Dublin Ice Arena here in Dublin, Ohio. It's 3-1. We've got 42 seconds left on the power play for Indiana Tech as they look to keep the puck out to the blue line. And there's a shot thrown towards the goal. Harley White trying to stay tall in the net for Lindenwood Belleville as they hold on to that 3-1 lead. We're going to make do with what we got here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got about 10 minutes left to go on this opening period, or second period rather, with the puck there, with a shot right into the breadbasket. That one was taken that time by Adam Vanelli. And here we go. It's puck going to be cleared out to center ice and back into the neutral zone. Well, Dylan, baptism of fire here with the wonders of Wi-Fi service. Sometimes isn't technology grand?
Technology is great. I mean, for all you fans, sorry about that. Little technical issues there, but we got it streaming up now. Hopefully all of you are enjoying it in clear quality now. We're trying to get you the best picture that we can. For any of you guys who may have missed that first 10 minutes of the second period, it's been great back and forth. Indiana Tech with a lot of sustained pressure here, Lou, against the Lindenwood netminder, as they did just have that power play opportunity. No goals on that, but great work by their team so far, trying to battle back into this game.
Well, you know what? It's funny. We were talking about it with Mark Van Vliet in the opening period as we're going to get our media timeout. You know, momentum is huge, and plus, if mistakes happen, you know, you get one play, all of a sudden you've got a power play, you know, and it was a delay of game call, I believe, in the first period. And next thing you know, they were able to score in a power play, and they got the momentum, but they scored 2 quick goals. Indiana Tech got that one back. Dylan, you and I talked about it last night rather. You know, it's a game of runs and momentum, so to speak. And so, you know, if you are able to get the momentum for like 3 or 4 minutes, that's when you got to take advantage of it.
Yeah, definitely the momentum. You definitely have to take advantage of it, Lou. Like you said, as you see, Indiana Tech really has been riding the momentum this period. For any of you who've missed the action there, as, I mean, the play has pretty much been to the right of us, Lou, with a lot of shots on net by Indiana Tech. Good rebound control, though, by the Lindenwood netminder, as Indiana Tech really just has to get bodies and people to the front of the net and keep on moving their feet. As I'm sure, keep your feet moving, they're going to draw some penalties and get back on the power play. as the puck now in the near corner. Grinding down there is Indiana Tech as he pins it up against the boards, trying to work it free. And Lindenwood does as that puck bopped into the air. Backhand little try as it chipped into the corner. And it's up and into the netting there as once again Indiana Tech sustained pressure in the zone, looking to at least get one goal in here before the second period expires to cut this lead to 3-2.
Well, if you look at it, Dylan, now with, as you say, 9:24 left to go in the second period, 3-1 hockey game. This is huge for Indiana Tech. As you mentioned, they got to try to get the momentum back any way they can, you know, on an odd man rush, a giveaway or whatever. But remember this, still a lot of time left in this period, in this ball game, as we're a little less than halfway through this contest. There's a shot taken outside, going to be held in. Cronwall throws one towards the goal that Harley White is able to kick aside. Now they're going to play it back out to center ice. And now here comes Belleville up over the line. They throw one towards the net. That's deflected. Here comes Indiana Tech the other way. Coming up over the line for Indiana Tech. Joey Malfetta tried to make a play on it. Now they kick it up and down the other way. Here comes Wayman. Wayman with a centering pass. A little too strong. It'll go over to the other side. Now it's held on to. Going to be played out at center ice. Cronwell will dig it down deep. And we're going to get an offsides call. And that'll bring the face-off just outside the Lindenwood-Belleville blue line. Yeah, great offensive rush there by Lindenwood. As you see, it was a little mini 2-on-1. He tried to get the saucer pass into the slot there. Couldn't really get on the stick as it was a quick breakout there by Indiana Tech with the face-off coming right outside the blue line and the far side. Face-off will be just outside that Lindenwood-Belleville blue line, going to be controlled by Indiana Tech. They skate it now. Nick Papadria will play it around the zone. And now we're just going to have to hang on at the blue line with a shot. That's deflected wide. It's going to be played in behind the goal by Harley White. He rolls it around and still held in. There's an odd-angled shot taken at the right, just outside the right face-off circle. And they're going to play it now out to the blue line. And it's going to, or check that out in the left face-off circle. There's a shot deflected wide. And White's going to hang on. We get a whistle and a stoppage of play. Dylan, 8:16 to go. Second period, 3-1 Belleville. Yeah, the net pushed off the moorings there, and lucky for Belleville as once again the intensity of this Indiana Tech squad showing their resilience here in the second period, trying to get another one up on the board. I mean, it's not that they haven't been trying here as they're getting a multitude of shots. Stepping into the faceoff a little bit early there was Indiana Tech. Well, and you know this as a player, Dylan, that when you give up a goal with a minute 31 seconds to go in a period, that's got to be tough. And it really, you know, it takes a strong team to overcome that. And right now, not that Indiana Tech's not strong or anything, it's just, it takes a little extra sometimes to get over something that happens like that. Yeah, definitely at the end of the period, that first period, that big goal there by Lindenwood, you know, it could have been a backbreaker, but we got an interview with the assistant coach of Indiana Tech that we'll get into shortly at the intermission, but he just said his team has to keep on working and keep on grinding down low and doing what his team does to get successful. There's a shot taken up over the top of the goal, and it's going to be played out of play, and it's going to be held on to, rather, and that'll keep the face-off deep in the Lindenwood side, as we've got 7:35 to go here in the second period, and we've got a 3-1 Lindenwood Belleville lead. Yeah, once again the net pushed off the moorings there as a lot of pressure by Indiana Tech. Lindenwood now a little bit on their heels. Let's see what the coaching staff has to say. Off the face-off, that's going to be held in at the blue line with a shot that whistles wide. Going to be played over in the corner now, taken up over the line, coming on goal with an opportunity with Bruno. He's bounced off the puck, and here comes Indiana Tech. They're going to roll it now to the neutral zone area as they play it up over the line, coming out for a moment that time in on goal was one of the Indiana Tech defenders. He throws it in behind the net, and it's now going to be played to the near face-off circle in the corner. They chop away at it over there. They're going to hold it in at the blue line. There's a shot taken that time whistled away by Wyatt Stotts. They play it over near in the far corner. They kick away at it by the face-off circle. Now here comes Lindenwood Belleville. They're going to play it up over the line with it coming out for an opportunity that time was Billy Dennis. He's got one of the goals here this afternoon for Lindenwood Belleville. Now they're going to play it up over the zone. They chop at it over in the corner. Now it's going to be played back out to center ice. Off the change now. Both teams make some changes on the fly. They're going to dump it in behind the Lindenwood goal, or the Indiana Tech goal rather, as they chop away at it. Coming up with it is Cronwall. Cronwall will try to play it out of the zone. They kick it back out to center ice. Held in at the point. There's an outlet pass. A little too strong though. Intended for Adam Jonak. They played in behind the goal. They're going to wave off the icing as we're down to 6 minutes left to go. In the second period, we've got a 3-1 hockey game.
Yeah, Lindenwood right there bringing up the pace as exactly what I said the coaching staff had to do. As you saw on the bench, all the players talking, saying they had to start moving their feet again and really get in deep. As you see them grinding in front of the net there, and it looked like it'll be a delayed penalty maybe in front of the net as hauled down was one of the Lindenwood players.
Well, we'll let them sort it out as we're down now to 5:52 left to go here in this second period. 3-1 our score. Indeed, it's going to be a power play for Lindenwood. You're right. Yep. Cronwall will go to the box for Indiana Tech, so I believe this will be the third power play of the afternoon for Lindenwood Belleville. 1 for 2 on the power play are the Lynx.
Yeah, big power play here as Felix Cronwall is in the box, a big penalty killer for Indiana Tech. Let's see what they could do here on this power play.
5:48 to go here in this second period. 150 left to go on the Cronwall power play as Lindenwood now will try to set it up. This would be a big goal. You know, as they say in hockey, Dylan, the hardest lead to keep is that 2-goal lead. So we'll see what they can do here in the second period. Hooking was the penalty call on Cronwall, and they stuff it right in towards the goal. Going to be held on to by Zach Larson. So the face-off now will stay deep in the Lindenwood or the Indiana Tech end. Yeah, great play there by Lindenwood. I love their confidence on the power play. Really settled it down, got into the zone, sustained pressure, and just set up their power play. As you saw, they worked D to D, moved it down. Larson, as taking the face-off, will be Brandon Jenke for Lindenwood Belleville. They win the draw. Oh, almost a giveaway that time as they look to backtrack in their own zone. Good play on defense by Indiana Tech's Jarrett Pfeiffer as he looked to try to maybe get a short-handed guy breakaway. Yeah, now, great defensive play there by Indiana Tech as their penalty killers really working hard here early on with a minute 10 remaining on this power play. All right, the phase there, the puck rather is going to be played out to center ice right in the back pocket that time of Childs. Childs, he comes in on goal. He's hauled down, and they're going to say incident and contact as some of the fans from Indiana, or some of the referees from Indiana that paid to get in didn't agree with that one. Yeah. They backtrack with the puck deep in their own zone, does Lindenwood, as they look to set up the power play. 43 seconds left in the power play, 4:33 to go here in the second period. Yeah, right there, a little bit of frustration shown by the Indiana Tech fan base and the bench as they're all up in arms there with a shot on net. As that little rush of Indiana Tech, it looked like he kind of stepped on the skate of the Lindenwood defender, but no call there by the referee, as right now all the power play chances are going to Lindenwood. Well, you know, it's just one of the breaks. Sometimes you just got to create your own breaks if you're Indiana Tech. But as I mentioned, still a lot of time left in this one. 4:15 to go here in the second period. Again, 30 seconds left in the power play. 3-1 Lindenwood Belleville. They win the face-off now. They've got it over on the right side, or the left side rather. They try to set it up out on the point, trying to take a shot that time for Belleville. As they get well, that was Dylan Bowerman, and instead it's going to be cleared all the way down the other end of the ice as we're down to 10 seconds left in the power play. Yeah, power play really not generating too much there, but a couple good shots and a couple good looks by Lindenwood. Now bringing it closely up with a shot that's kicked away by Childs. Now here's an opportunity maybe for Indiana Tech on in the. Oh, there's a collision on the ice. Oh, we're going to get a stoppage of play. Oh boy. What a huge break for Lindenwood Belleville that time, Dylan, as Harley White came out of the zone and he collided that time with Jarrett Pfeiffer, and the helmet came flying off and everything. You don't see that happen very often in a contest at any level, but that could have really been disastrous.
Yeah, that could have been a bad play for both players there, but as we saw in last night's game, Lou, all these goalies in the NAIA tournament are really aggressive. And I mean,
sure are.
Yep, and I really love, I bet his coaching staff loves that play, as you know, the puck was coming down the zone, no defenders back. It would have been a 2-on-0 if the goalie didn't do that there. So he took a hit to make a play there. Goalies don't usually do that, but a great play by him.
Well, at least he wasn't blindsided by that one, as he was able to make the play on it. He kind of felt Viper coming down to lower his shoulder. 3:43 to go in the second period again. We've got a 3-1 hockey game in favor of Lindenwood Belleville, as the face-off will be to Harley White's right. They come up with that loose puck. Now they're going to play it in behind the goal. They dig away at it, and it's going to be played over on the right side. Now it's a little feed to outlet pass to center ice, but instead Zach Bennett's going to go back for Indiana Tech, and he's going to outlet it to center. Jace Childs will try to one-hand it up over the line. He comes in traffic. Does an about-face cross-ice pass. There's a shot taken up over the top of the goal. Oh my goodness. Harley White deflected that one, Dylan, and rolled all the way up over his face mask in behind him, and somehow he was able to reach behind and stop the puck.
Yeah, it looks like his helmet had some sticky glue or something on there, as the puck literally rode up his face mask and behind his back, and he somehow got a glove on that. But once again, Indiana Tech, all you have to do is just get the puck to the net, and you never know what could happen, as they're still down 3-1 here with 3:16 remaining in the second period.
Off the face-off, the puck's going to be controlled by the Lynx. They will outlet it to center ice. Ooh, a little too strong. Quickly going in on goal was Varner. He's got one of the goals for Waldorf, and there's another one thrown in on Zach Larson, and he's able to glove it off. So the intensity again starting to pick up here in the latter few minutes of this second period.
Yeah, intensity picking up, as you saw in the first, so 5 minutes of the first period, a little bit timid, then the intensity picked up. Now it's becoming like a chess match. Both teams are really playing strong defensively, as right there, a little miscommunication behind the net from the Indiana Tech defense. But yeah, like I said, both teams now playing more defensively, trying to figure out, their systems and play away from the puck. I think both teams are focusing on that, as, right now, 3 minutes left in the second period, no goals in this period.
3 minutes left to go. As you mentioned, face-off will be to the left of Larson. It's going to be played in behind the goal. They dig away at it. Cronwell tried to make a play on it on the defensive side for Lindenwood Bauer for Indiana Tech. Holding it in briefly at the blue line was Adam Jacopin. Instead, they're going to play the puck deep now in that Indiana Tech zone. A good play. There's a drop pass with a shot. Whistled up over the top of the goal. Taken by Wainman for Belleville. Now it rolls back where Jacopin will play it, but he throws it right in to the defender, Francisco Corona. They threw it towards the goal, and both teams will make changes on the fly. 2:25 left to go in the second period. 3-1 our score.
Yeah, great offensive pressure there once again by both of these teams, as they're trying to find some ground here. But it's tight hockey out there. Players playing player on player, body on body.
Puck now will be played out to center ice, and the roll back into the Indiana Tech zone as we're down to 2 minutes left in this second period of play, a 3-1 hockey game. They roll it over the left side. They chop at it over in the corner, digging away at it over there. Leading the charge for Lindenwood Belleville was number 3, Dylan Bowerman. They still fight for it over in the corner. Now they play it out on top, out on the point with a shot, and they score! Ryan Stotts at 1:44 left to go in the second period. And Dylan, just like in that first period when Belleville got the goal, some would say maybe a backbreaker. Ryan Stotts just made it 3-2. That's a huge goal at the end of the period.
Yeah, huge goal there for Indiana Tech. As you saw, Lou, it pretty much was a long time coming for them in this period. They're getting a lot of chances, a lot of offensive prowess there, as, the shots on goal were really coming there at the end of the period. And like we mentioned, a backbreaker maybe for them, Indiana Tech, last period. Now they come back and seek some revenge and get a late goal here at the end of the second.
Well, that's going to set the stage, Dylan, for a huge, huge third period coming up, and I can't wait for that. We still have 1:37 left to go in this second period. as we've got a 3-2 hockey game. Thanks for joining us here on the DM Sports Network here on YouTube. We apologize about the technical difficulties. The wonders of technology and Wi-Fi have kind of limited us, but hopefully we can keep the stream going for you, at least for the last of this second period and the third period, as we're going to have a dandy one coming up here. Both teams now getting a little feisty in this last minute and a half of this third period. Wyatt Stotts at 18-16 for Indiana Tech has cut this lead to 1. 3-2 Belleville on top. There's one played out to center ice as Belleville now will dump it in the zone. Going after the puck back there for Indiana Tech was Brian Skilcorn. He throws it out to center ice, going after it. And it's going to be played right down at center ice, and now back in the Indiana Tech zone. Here comes Skilcorn up over the line with the puck. He goes in on goal. There's a shot! Kicked away by Harley White, rather. It's went down under 1 minute to go here in this second period. Indiana Tech now will play it up over the line. They dump it over in the corner. Jared Piper will go after it. He's bounced down in behind the puck. We're going to get a penalty call coming up on Indiana Tech as we get a stoppage of play. 42.2 seconds left to go. 3-2 our score. Interference, I think, is going to be the call on Indiana Tech as we're down to 42 seconds left. So Indiana Tech, or Waldorf rather, will have the power play, and they will head into the third period with the power play for about 1:15 should there not be a goal. There's one throwing towards the goal. Larson had to make the save. Here comes Indiana Tech shorthanded with a try. Oh boy, a collision right in front of the net. Harley White was able to deter that puck right at the last second. They whistle it up over the line. 19 seconds left to go. Puck rolls around. There's one with center. And a rebound up over the top of the net. It's loose in behind the goal. And finally, Larson thinks twice about it. He'll hang on with 10.6 seconds left to go. Here in the second period, we've got a 3-2 hockey game in favor of Lindenwood Belleville. Face-off will be to Larson's left. There's a shot right off the face-off. We're down now to 7 seconds left. They're going to play it up over the line. They're going to go in the corner after it. And finally, it's going to be dug away at right at the blue line. And that's going to do it. 40 minutes in the books here from the Dublin Ice Arena here in Columbus, Ohio. And at 18-16, it was Wyatt Stotts getting the goal to make it a 3-2 hockey game. We're going to take a break, and in a couple of minutes we will see if we can't get a listen to both coaches, as we did get a interview at the first intermission with Frank DeCristofaro, and we will also hear from Lindsay Middlebrook, the head coach of Lindenwood Belleville. 3-2 our score through 40 minutes of play here on the DM Sports Network, the ACHA 2018 NAIA National Tournament. That's fine.
I said Bellevue instead of Belleville.
Okay, so, all right. Well, here we are. Welcome back again. We've got 40 minutes in the books, a 3-2 hockey game in favor of Lindenwood Belleville. And Dylan, we've had quite an interesting couple of periods here, mechanically, video-wise, whatnot, but we still have 20 minutes left. This is going to be a dandy finish to this hockey game.
Yeah, definitely a dandy. As we see now, the score is 3-2. I mean, so far, just a great game from both teams. You know, Lindenwood came out strong, you know, in the beginning. Then Indiana Tech kind of got their feet under them. And, you know, exactly what the doctored order there at the end of the second, getting that late goal with a minute and a half almost remaining in that second period. Now they're going into the locker room with a load of confidence. You know, I just talked to their coach as well, and, you know, they really like the position they're in right now. They have the momentum, and they have Lindenwood on their heels.
All right, well, first of all, let's take a listen to what both coaches had to say.
Shots to the net where this is what we were supposed to be doing. Is getting the puck out quickly and get it, you know, crash their net, get pucks in and get to the pucks, outwork their D, but you know, it kind of turned the tables on us a little bit, so we're just going to have to battle back.
You guys were down by 2 goals really early there. What was said on the bench to get your guys to get back within 1, but then that late goal?
Well, guys know at this level that, you know, what they need to do, and, you know, they just have to step up. That next shift after a goal is real important. Guys got to bring it. They got to come out and bring it. I thought that line did a real good job coming back and, you know, battling and getting that nice shot, scoring a nice goal, but you know, you can't let a goal up in the last couple minutes of a period either. That hurts. So we'll see. We're going to have to battle. We have to get pucks in. You got to control your own end. You know, I mean, and that puck rimmed up the boards. The defenseman got it and, you know, snapped it at the net. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it hit somebody or if it was just caught our tender off guard. I don't know. It's kind of happened pretty fast. So
what adjustments are you going to tell your team to come into the second period with?
Well, Frank's going to go in there and, you know, he's going to preach the same game plan. We've been in this situation with this team before, and if we can get pucks in, we will score, you know, and you know, hopefully we'll be back on top, but it's going to take some doing. And Belleville's a very good team. They don't lay down. They move the puck well. You know, they got a pretty good tender. He battles, and, you know, that's what it is on any given day. If you don't bring it, the other team's going to bring it. You're going to be playing catch-up like we are right now.
All right, thank you, Coach. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
All right, well, that was, of course, one of our interviews that we were able to get between the period. Now, let's take a quick listen to see what the other coaching staff had to say.
Dylan Morello here with head coach of Lindenwood Belleville. Coach, take us through your thoughts of the first 2 periods.
The first period we came out flying, we put pucks on the net, and we had success. And we come on the second period with a lead, and we just tried to sit back and try not to lose the lead, and therefore we're on our heels the second period. So we got to get back to playing the way we played the first period. Pretty simple.
Yep. What adjustments are you going to go in your locker room and tell your players here going into the third?
That we got to play not afraid to lose, but eager to win.
Yeah. What was said on the bench when you guys got out to that 2-goal quick lead there, and then they kind of got a goal, and then you got that late one in that first period?
Just every goal you got to put behind the goals you get for, goals you get against. The game's always nothing in our mind. The next goal is all we can count on.
Yep. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Okay, buddy. Thanks.
All right, we want to thank both head coach Frank DeCristofaro of Indiana Tech, and of course head coach Lindsay Middlebrook from Lindenwood Belleville, as they took the time out to talk with us here in between both the first and second period. We've got a 3-2 lead for Lindenwood Belleville. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in about 7 minutes to bring you the exciting conclusion to this first half of our doubleheader here tonight. One semifinal that both these games will determine who will play tomorrow night in the 2018 NAIA Championship game. Well, welcome back live here on the DM Sports Network as we are 20 minutes away from getting our first semifinal winner, unless, of course, we have extra time, which, hey, there's nothing wrong with extra hockey. Lou Gamblin along with Dylan Morello here as we begin this third period. And Dylan, again, are you ready for this third period? And we got a one-goal game, a big goal by Wyatt Stotts to cut this lead to 1.
Yeah, it's been an exciting game so far already, Lou, and I mean, I can't wait for this third period. You know, it's a one-goal game, 3-2. You know that iTech is going to come out strong. We just heard Lindenwood's coach, you know, talking about how they can't play on their heels. They have to keep on, you know, grinding and pushing forward to try to maybe, you know, lengthen this lead. As you saw yesterday with the Blue Devils trying to do the same thing. Going into that third, they're only up by 1 as well.
Well, you know, I think one of the keys to the game, obviously, is going to be the first 5 minutes. Who can create the turnovers first? We saw that yesterday in the Lawrence Tech game. You know, they created an on-rush off of a turnover. Tech came right down and threw one past the goaltender, and then 3 minutes later they got another one, and that just really sealed it up for them. So I think that's going to be very interesting to tell who's going to be able to come out on top.
Yeah, once the ball starts rolling, any team could carry that momentum into the locker room and into the win. As you see, iTech, you know, really they dominated that second period. Now let's not you know, kid ourselves. They really outplayed Lindenwood, and Lindenwood, let's see, I mean, right off the first draw, it's a big first draw here.
Indiana Tech is going to, they still have to kill a penalty. 1:18 left in the power play for Lindenwood Belleville as they look to take the face-off. And you can hear them, they're loud, they're ready to go, and in the face-off, it's controlled by Lindenwood Belleville. Langmo will take it deep in his own end. He's going to play it out to the blue line now as they play it out to center ice. Coming up over the line, they're going to dump it in the corner. Janke dumps it over in the corner for Lindenwood Belleville. Now Indiana Tech throws it all the way back down where it's going to be played by Harley White as he rolls it around the right side. Just underway in this third period, we got a 3-2 hockey game in favor of Lindenwood Belleville. They've got the power play. They throw one towards the goal, rolls around over to the short side. And here comes Belleville, Indiana Tech. They try to make a play on it. They clear it out to center ice as they're shorthanded looking for that equalizer. Ryan Atwood tried to make a play on it for the Indiana Tech Warriors.
Yeah, great stymieing penalty kill here by Indiana Tech. That's exactly what you want to see here. Kill off this penalty early in the third and then get back to work offensively.
1 minute gone in this third period. We've got 18 seconds left in the Belleville power play. That'll be their 4th. They're 1 out of 3 so far tonight. And Indiana Tech 0 for 2, I believe, on the power play. Here they come, though, up over the line. Coming up is Bennett with the puck. Bennett with a shot. That whistles up over the top of the goal. And on a play, 18:45 to go here in this third period. 3-2 in favor of Belleville.
Short-handed chance there by Bennett. A nice shot. Good stick on puck there by the Lindenwood defense as it goes ricochets up into the netting.
Well, I got to ask you a question, Dylan. You're on the D3 team. What's the best kind of goal to get, a shorty or a power play?
Oh, right there, and
there's a shorty.
One goes in. Well, to answer that question, it wasn't a shorthanded goal. It just expired. But, I mean, I think it will be a shorty. As you could hear fans, probably you could hear iTech's fans and the bench. You know, they're up and they're loud. As right here, they kill off that penalty, and exactly as I said, Lou, right away, just under 1 minute into this third period, they tie the game 3-3.
1:26 will be the time of the goal. I believe that's going to go to Jared Pfeiffer. We'll wait for the official score, but we've got a tie game here. 18:27 to go in regulation time. They're going to chop at it right at the blue line. You can hear the team yelling, use the body, use the body. That's one of the things that Indiana Tech is very good at. Cleanly, I may add, but they're really, here they come up over the zone with a shot, and he scores! Adam Jonak off the feed, off the turnover, and just like that, in 1 minute and 50 seconds, we've got a 4-3 Indiana Tech lead.
Wow, all I can say is wow. We already mentioned, Lou, literally a couple minutes ago about the ball rolling once you give momentum. And right there, just like we saw last night, a bunch of goals in a row there by Indiana Tech, and now it's forced Lindenwood to call a timeout. This is going to be the first time that Indiana Tech has been in the lead this game, as it's 4-3. Let's see how Lindenwood responds to being behind the 8 ball here.
24 seconds apart will be the goals for Indiana Tech, and they've jumped out to a 4-3 lead over Lindenwood Belleville, and we mentioned it at the top. What's going to happen in the first 5 minutes? Who's going to take advantage of a giveaway? And there we go, 2 goals in 24 seconds. What an exciting way to start this third period.
Yeah, a little lapse defensively there by Lindenwood. Hopefully that timeout settled them down. I mean, right there, literally not even 2 minutes into this third period, you have 2 goals by I-Tech, and it's gonna shape up either way to an outstanding finish here in this game.
What a huge turn of events. If you think about it, Dylan, Indiana Tech has scored 3 goals in under 3 minutes to come back from a 3-1 deficit. Face-off, fought for at center ice. Biggin going back in their own zone is Indiana Tech. And they dump it into the Lindenwood goal, or Lindenwood zone rather, and they look to regroup now, finding themselves down, as you mentioned, for the first time tonight. Here's a breakaway, coming up over the line with a shot, just over the top of the goal, taken by Brendan Jenke. Now they're going to hold it in at the blue line. It's played over on the right, over on the far corner. Now they throw it around the boards out to the point. Holding on to it up there is Langmo. Langmo plays it over on the right face-off circle. Throws it in behind the goal. Now here comes Indiana Tech with some speed. 3 on 4 the other way as they look to throw it in behind the goal.
Great play there by Lindenwood, as that timeout kind of gave him a little bit of energy there. Had a breakaway and he just missed the net wide.
Here we go now, 3 minutes gone just about in this third period of a 4-3 hockey game. They chop at it over at center ice. Here comes Indiana Tech up over the line. Coming in towards the goal. Childs with a shot, and it's kicked away. It's going to be held in, though, at the point by Nick Papandrea, and it's still loose over in the far end by the right face-off circle. Timeout, or the stoppage of play. 16:51 to go here in regulation time. Indiana Tech now on top 4-3.
Yeah, you love that little offensive push and response by Indiana Tech. I mean, just being around their bench, being around their players, none of their heads were hung low. They all had their heads up high. They knew and believed in their own system that it was going to work, and right there it's paid off early in this third period.
Off the face-off, the puck is going to go into the Lindenwood zone. They lift it out to center ice. Met right there at the blue line for Indiana Tech by Dominic Monachillo. Now they're going to throw it back down in the Warriors zone. Indiana Tech will regroup with the puck now deep in their own end. 16 and a half to go in regulation time. We got a 4-3 hockey game. Now they play it back deep in their own end out to center ice. It's going to roll down deep in the corner. Joey Malfetta goes after it for Indiana Tech. They're going to play it back at the point. Over a cross-ice pass over to Papandrea. He tries to play it now. Instead it goes over in the corner. Indiana Tech putting on the pressure now. 16-11 to go. Regulation time, a 4-3 hockey game. And we get a stoppage of play. I think we got a hand pass that time. Just about 4 minutes gone. 4-3 in favor of Indiana Tech.
Yeah, hand pass there by Lindenwood in their own zone as the puck kind of popped up in the air. A little miscommunication there by the defense, but a faceoff will be to the left of the Lindenwood netminder.
And the puck will be played on the left of Harley White, as you mentioned. What a turn of events in the last 5 or 6 minutes of this game. 3-1, Belleville had the lead. Now it's 4-3 in favor of Indiana Tech. Here comes a lead pass. They're going to play it out to center ice. Coming up over the line with it is Boussard. Boussard tries to make a play on it, but he's met at the right face-off circle. Coast to coast comes Indiana Tech. Instead, Belleville will play it. And we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. 15:44 to go, regulation time, 4-3 Indiana Tech.
Yeah, a hooking penalty there on Lindenwood Bellevue, as they're going to be going to the box, number 7. As right now, Indiana Tech, with 2 goals in that quick span of time, now get a chance to extend this lead with the power play. Kyle
Diamond will take a seat in the sin bin for the Lynx, as it's now a huge opportunity for Indiana Tech. We also touched on this in the second period, Dylan. that the 2-goal lead is the hardest to keep in hockey, and it's proven again tonight. Off the face-off, they're going to roll it down into the Indiana Tech zone, as Indiana Tech will have 1:50 left to go in the third period. Or in the power play, rather, in this third period. Quickly up over the line. Pfeiffer with a shot. That's deflected. Rebound right out at the doorstep. And it's going to be hung on to now over in the corner by Papandrea. They throw it towards the net. And it's going to be gloved off and hung on. 15-16 to go. Regulation time. 1:32 in the power play. 4-3 lead for Indiana Tech.
Yeah, Indiana Tech right now not being able to set up on their power play. Good stymieing penalty kill by Lindenwood as they're really putting pressure on that puck carrier and sending the puck 200 feet.
Face-off will be to the right of Harley White in the Lindenwood zone. Now they try to clear it. They do, but not out. Holding it in was Montecchio. There's one right on in front, but it's going to be taken away by Belleville. Now they come 2-on-3 the other way, short-handed. Up over the line, making a play was Bruno. Throwing around the corner. Now here in the near corner, they chop away at it over there. Also going after the puck was Johansson for Lindenwood. And we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. Someone down over in the corner with their obstructed view. I couldn't tell the number. 1:07 to go in the power play. 14:51 to go. Regulation time. 4-3 Indiana Tech.
Yeah, right now it looks like Indiana Tech will take a penalty, and it'll be a 4-on-4 for 1:07. Then Lindenwood will be on the power play as a Lindenwood player down there crumpled for a little bit, gets up, and
looked like a cross check, Dylan. Sorry to interrupt you. Papandrea looked like he's going to go to the penalty box as well. As you mentioned, 4-on-4 hockey now for, it looks like 1:07. And then we're going to get, or actually we're going to get double minors.
5-on-4, double minors there. It looked kind of, we had that kind of obscured vantage point up here, but maybe both players were tangled up there in the near corner, and one for roughing and one for cross-checking.
Oliver Johansson, I think, will get the roughing call, and it looks like Papandrea will get the cross-check. So coincidental minors will keep it 5-on-4 for another 1:03. Under 15 to go in this third period. They chop away at it. Now here comes Indiana Tech. Up over the line, Childs, the freshman of the year. A centering or lead pass, drop pass if you will. There's one thrown over in the corner. They play it deep in their own end. Well, a centering play deflected. There's right at the doorstep and they score! Another power play goal.
And right there by Indiana Tech, another power play goal, as you mentioned, Lou. And that's just a recipe for disaster there for Lindenwood. As they're already down behind the 8 ball, they're down 1 goal, and they take a penalty. And it is 5-3, a 2-goal lead with 14:28 remaining here in the third for Indiana Tech. We mentioned, Lou, that a 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey. Let's see if it comes back to bite Indiana Tech.
4 unanswered goals, the latest a power play goal by Adam Vanelli. Time of the goal, 5:36. Now the puck is deep in the Indiana Tech end. Second power play goal of the night, 1 for each team now, as Indiana Tech has a 2-goal advantage. What a turn of events in the last 8 minutes of this game. It looked like Belleville had complete control of this game, and now Tech just came out on all cylinders. That goal with 1:31. There's one right out in front. Oh, and Zach Larson had to make the save, and he did. And he hung on for dear life to keep that 2-goal lead.
Yeah, close call there as Lindenwood is trying to battle back in this game that they had control of for most of the beginning half of it. But good chance there, a little in tight corners, using the stick handles there as the goalie covers it up.
13:56 to go. Both here, I'm sorry, into this third period of 5-3 hockey game now for Indiana Tech. They get the face-off in the defensive zone. They're going to have to roll around both ways. Now they're going to hang on to it at center ice. Quickly coming up over the line with the puck. Indiana Tech's Joey Malfetta brings it into the zone. He throws it in behind the net as Jonak will go after it. Belleville picks their pocket. Here they come now to center ice. They're going to try to make a play at it over the line. They drop it in the zone. We're going to have to get a delayed. We're going to get a delayed offsides call and that's going to bring the face-off just outside the Indiana Tech blue line. 13:27 to go here in this third period. 5-3 Indiana Tech.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration setting in here for Lindenwood. As you see, they get offsides, a close call on the goal, and also had a lead, and now they're down by 2. They really have to start moving their legs, grinding in deep, getting the puck in deep, and working the I-Tech defense if they want to get back in this game.
Gregorich will get credit for that 5th goal for Indiana Tech on the tip-in, number 63. So congratulations, Adam Gregorich, as Alexander Gregorich, rather, as he got the goal for Indiana Tech. Here comes a clear now for Indiana Tech back in into the Lindenwood zone. They quickly bring it back down into the Indiana Tech zone. 12:50 to go here in this third period. We got a 5-3 hockey game. Puck played out at center ice now. Coming up over the line with it quickly was Kaiser, and he gets bounced off the puck over in the corner. They're going to chop away at it in behind the goal. They try to put one in. It's loose in between the rings. Held in at the slot now. Kaiser tries to make a play on it. He throws it in behind the goal. Going after it, number 15, Taylor Jones. He's chopped away on it by Brandon Jenke as well for Lindenwood Belleville. 12:20 to go in this third period. Held in almost at the blue line by Indiana Tech, but instead now they're going to go about face are the Belleville or the Lindenwood Lynx. It's going to be stolen away over on the left side. There's a shot gloved away by Harley White, taken from the left face-off circle that time, and Taylor Jones tried to go top shelf. 12:07 to go, third period, 5-3 in favor of Indiana Tech.
Yeah, great save there by White as he's trying to keep his team in this game. There's still 12 minutes to go here in the third period, Lou, so anything can happen. You've seen I-Tech get a bunch of quick goals here. Let's see if Lindenwood has anything up their sleeve.
Face off to the right of Harley White. It's won by Lindenwood. They roll it around the boards. Good play to hold it in, though, by the Warriors. They throw it over on the right side. There's a shot deflected up over the top of the goal. Taken that time by Ryan Atwood. They're going to play it over in the left corner now as they chop away at it. They finally come up with it, does Indiana Tech, and it's going to deflect all the way out into the neutral zone. So we're going to get a play back into the Lindenwood end. They try to clear it. They do an outlet pass up over the line. Momentarily playing it up there was Kyle Diamond. Now it squirts out to center ice, and it hops over the stick of Joey Malfetta. He throws one towards White, and it's deflected away. Puck played now out to center ice, and we're going to get a delayed offsides call, so Indiana Tech has to give up possession. Puck played in the zone of Indiana Tech. We've down to 11:10 to go, 5-3 in favor of Indiana Tech. Here comes a giveaway now. Here come the Warriors. They come up over the line with the puck. Corona tries to make a play on it, and he whistles it wide. They hold it in. Here comes Belleville. They try to get a rush. Oh, a cross-ice pass stolen away. Almost a giveaway for Belleville. Chopping at it is Wainman. He holds it in. Now they play it in the near corner. It rolls in behind the Indiana Tech zone. It's going to be held in at the point. There's a shot. Rebound. Oh, they had a wide open net. Oh, my. That was a tough one right there. Zach Larson will have to thank his defenseman on that one. He gave up a juicy rebound, but unfortunately for Belleville, they were unable to take advantage.
Yeah, big rebound there by I-Tech, and the defense was there to sweep it away, but great chances. I love what I'm seeing right now from Lindenwood as they're really picking up the pace here with 10 minutes to go. They really want to, on the coaching staff, I would suggest at least get one goal before the 5-minute mark, and then you have a chance, like we saw yesterday, pull your goalie. I mean, yesterday, Waldorf pulled their goalie with 4 minutes remaining there in that third period, so you can pull it whenever time you can and get the extra attacker to try to tie up this game.
All right, we're going to get a break here, and now they've just discussed things at center ice. They're going to bring the face-off right out in front of us here at center ice, and it's going to be won by Belleville. They're going to throw it down into the Indiana Tech zone, dumping it in behind the zone and going after it was Billy Dennis. Now they play it in behind the Indiana Tech zone. They get it out, as does the Warriors. They skate it right out of the zone. Piper showing the speed, bringing it down into the zone. Centering pass, a little too strong. There's one from the point. taking that time by Vanelli. Here comes Belleville, trying to lead the man down into the zone. Going after the puck was Oliver Johansson. Now they play it back out to center ice, backtracking after the puck. Jared Boussard for Belleville. We're down to 9:40 to go in regulation time. 5-3 our score with a shot. Long rebound again off of the pads of Zach Larson. And here comes Indiana Tech. They play it at the blue line now at center ice. Coming up with the puck over the line, Tisch. Tisch tries to make a play on it. I have to make a correction. I said that Jace Childs got freshman of the year. That goes to Mike Tisch, so I apologize about that mix-up. So we'll get it straight. I promise.
Great offensive strength there by Lindenwood, as they already got 3 shots in the last couple minutes, generating a lot of offenses. Right again here, they got quick ruck.
Watch out with Larson giving away a lot of them juicy rebounds. Drop pass and then a good poke check by Indiana Tech. Makes Lindenwood Belleville have to regroup, as we're under 8.5 or 8:50 left to go in regulation time. 2-goal lead, 5-3. They roll it in behind the goal. Playing it over there in the corner is Indiana Tech. They deflect it off the boards and it's up to center ice. Chasing after it is Francisco Corona. Oh, they're going to have it at the center ice line, and Indiana Tech will try to regroup. There's a good play to bring it up over the line. Jonak over in the near corner. They try to dig away at it. It's going to be played right there. Drop pass. Oh, a little give and go. Umbridge on the net. Sluice right out at the doorstep. And they're going to hang on to it over on the right side. Puck's going to be held in at the blue line. Here comes Belleville now. They try to make a charge. Wayneman comes up over the line. He gets a drop pass. His cross-ice pass is stolen away. Now they play it in behind the goal. There's a centering pass right out in front. They dig away at it to the right at the doorstep. And it's going to be hung on to by Zach Larson. 7:56 to go. Here in regulation time, we've got a 5-3 lead. And we'll see if we get the media timeout or not here. Not quite yet, it looks like. Well, it looks like now we are indeed. Let's step aside for a moment, catch our breath, Dylan. 7:56 to go. Regulation time, 5-3 in favor of Indiana Tech. All right, after the media timeout, we've got 7:56 to go. Regulation time. We got a 4-3 hockey game, or 5-3 hockey game rather, in favor of Indiana Tech. Off the face-off, the Warriors now will throw it around the boards. They play it back out to center ice. Coming up with the puck over the line is Kaiser. Kaiser drops it off, and then he tried to go into the slot, but instead they're going to dig away at it in behind the goal. Belleville now will try a next rush. They've got 3-on-4. They bring it up over the line, going after it over in the corner was Johansson. They roll it in behind the boards. Now they're going to play it over on the right side. Puck is going to be held in at the blue line, and a good defensive play by Indiana Tech to get the puck away, as Belleville will make some changes. Down to 7:15. Now Indiana Tech will make some as they throw one towards the goal. Harley White will hang on to that puck and keep it a 5-3 game.
Yeah, you see Indiana Tech there not taking any chances. They're up 5-3 with 7:15 remaining here in the third period. They gain the red, they dump it in, gain the red, dump it in. That's what you're going to see pretty much towards the end of this game from Indiana Tech.
What do you call that, defensive third period hockey?
Yeah, third period hockey. That's what LTU plays, but right now, in the third period, you just want to play defensive, not give any odd man breaks or any easy chances for Lindenwood.
All right, off the face-off, they dig away at it, and again, it's back at the Lindenwood blue line. And a good pass, but it's stolen away. They chop at it at the face-off circle. Now Lindenwood Belleville will come up with it in their own zone. They're going to try to play it out to center ice. Little drop pass up over the line. They throw one towards the net. Deflected right out in front. It's loose. Backhand. Oh, went up over the top of the goal. It rolls around the right side. Held in over there on the point that time by Lindenwood. And they try to make a play on it, and they couldn't. So a big rush that time for Belleville. But for not, 6:35 to go, regulation time, 5-3 in favor of Indiana Tech.
And you saw the freshman of the year, Mike Tisch, right there, not only offensively strong, but defensively sound as well, with a big shot block.
Now, Jace Childs did make the all-NAIA first team, so we will give him credit for that, just not as a freshman this year. Puck loose over in the corner off the face-off, hops over the stick of the defender, Dylan Bowerman, and it's going to go all the way down the other end where it's played by Indiana Tech. There's a shot taken and held on to by White. That shot blasted over there in the corner, and the puck will come all the way back, or it'll be to the right, or the left rather, of Harley White.
Yeah, missed pass there by Harley White is, once again, aggressive goalies showing their strengths here. But right there, the pass was knocked down by I-Tech and almost turned up into a goal.
6:20 to go in regulation time, a 5-3 hockey game. Skating after the puck, going around the corner, one of the defensemen for Lindenwood Belleville. Of course, I didn't write his number down right away, but there's one right on in front. And finally, Harley White will hang on to that one. And again, keep the pressure, or keep the puck deep in the Lindenwood zone.
Yeah, great play there by I-Tech as they move it from low to high. And they get a nice play in the slot as he tried to wait the goaltender White, but White stretches out that left leg with a good pad save.
That was Vladdy Zemziski, number 2, so we got his name back on in my program anyways. Puck going to be played way down in the Indiana Tech zone. 5:55 to go in this third period. Now if you're Lindenwood, now it's time to put this pedal to the metal with a shot. Throw it up over the top of the goal by Cam Cito. Puck rolls in behind the goal. Oh, there's a play right on in front of the net. And we get a collision, no penalty call on this one. Here comes a shot taken the other way by Jace Childs. Whistles up over the top of the goal. They're going to play it out to center ice, and now it's going to roll down into the Indiana Tech zone with 5:28 to go here in this third period.
Yep, time winding down here, but you see Lindenwood is getting a lot of scoring chances as right there, luckily for them, for I-Tech, a stick on puck, and they weren't able to get that high slot shot.
Back with the puck, Brady Bruno. He dumps it into the zone momentarily. It's going to be deflected back now to the blue line, and they tip it quickly into the Indiana Tech zone. They try to force the play, but instead it's going to be dumped back out to center ice, and it's going to be played up over the line. Here comes Indiana Tech, they'll backtrack after the puck. 4:55 to go in regulation time. Puck played out at center ice again. Coming up over the line instead. Brady Bruno, his pocket is picked. There's a shot. Whistled up over the top of the goal. Taken that time by Kyle Bishop. Indiana Tech demands hold down. We're going to get a penalty call coming up on Belleville. That's a crucial time for a penalty now, Dylan. 15:21 left, the time of the penalty, 4:38 to go. Lindenwood down 2 goals.
Yeah, usually the refs there at the end of the game with a team down won't call any penalties, but right there, I mean, that's not a nitpicky one. Pretty blatant holding call, as right there just trying to get on the forecheck was Lindenwood. You know, they're sustaining pressure, getting a bunch of good chances, but that is not what the coaching staff wants right there, taking a penalty late in this game when you're already down.
So it'll be a face-off to the right of Harley White on the call. It's going to be a hook, I believe. It's going to be a good old-fashioned wrestling takedown, if you will. And the puck is loose back over in the corner. Hooking indeed the call on Bishop. Here comes Belleville now, short-handed, trying to throw one towards the net. We're coming up on 4 minutes left to go in this third period. Now they're going to take it out of the zone. Here come the Warriors. Outlet pass up over the line with the puck. Coming in on goal. There's a shot taken up over the top of the goal that time by Corona. They still chop at it deep in the Linwood end. 1:22 left in the power play. 4 minutes to go here in this third period. There's the shot, whistling wide of the goal. They play it over in the corner now. Held up out on top again. Dominic Monticello, good play to keep the puck in the zone. He's calling for it up on top. There's one, they chop away at it. And White will hang on. 3:44 to go. Regulation time, 1:05 left in the power play. 5-3 in favor of Indiana Tech.
Yeah, good cover there by White as his penalty killers were really running around there as sustained pressure for at least 45 seconds. I-Tech had the puck in the zone. We're working the puck really well. D-to-D passes and down low right at the low hash marks, and the puck gets driven to the net.
Off the face-off, they still control the power play, does Lindenwood, or Indiana Tech. They've got the puck, 3:35 to go regulation time. They're going to play it now, dig away at it here in the near corner. It rolls in behind the goal, and we get a little collision in behind the net, a little scrum, if you will. They finally come up with it at the doorstep. Belleville now with an outlet, 2-on-2, short-handed the other way. They come up over the line, but a good play on defense, and we're going to get a penalty call coming up, I believe, on Indiana Tech, as it looked like Jarrett Pfeiffer was hauled down in front of the goal, and indeed it is. I believe we're going to get Skillcorn going to the sin bin for 2 minutes for Indiana Tech.
Yeah, Skillcorn going to the sin bin for that one, and not a good penalty to draw either, as it's going to be 4-on-4 for 35 seconds, and it's going to leave Lindenwood with a lot of time to have a power play and maybe even pull that goalie early to get a 6-on-4 opportunity here.
I was just going to ask you that. What would they, once they get it to be a 5-on-4, will we see Harley White down 2 goals? Because by that time it'll be about 2.5 minutes left. Face-off, dug away at over in the near corner. They chop at it over there. William Varner trying to make a play on it for Lindenwood Belleville. They now play it out. And a giveaway opportunity, still going after the puck over there in the corner was Adam Jokopin for Belleville. They play it in behind the goal. Indiana Tech now will try to direct traffic. We still have 10 seconds left. In a 4-on-4, we're down to 2:45 left in regulation time. Trading possession of the puck back and forth. The puck is played back in the Indiana Tech, or the Lindenwood zone. Now we've got a 5-on-4 for 1:20. Keep an eye on the goal to our left. There's a shot deflected before it got to the goal. 2.5 to go in regulation time. Puck held in. Jacopin with a shot deflected wide over into the corner. Going after it was Wayman. Now they've got it out on top. They thought about the shot from the blue line. There's one they tried to redirect, and it goes wide. There's another one kicked wide over in the corner. 2 minutes to go in regulation time. Now here comes White for the extra attacker. 6-on-4 down in the zone with a shot deflected wide. 2 minutes left in the period. Puck played out at the blue line, 6-on-4. They've got it out on the point. Trying to make a shot on it was Langmo. There's one that rings just off the post. Jacopin holds it in at the blue line. 30 seconds left in the power play. 1:45 to go in regulation time. Indiana Tech hanging on for dear life. Drop pass. Jacopin, he tries to throw one towards the goal. There's a clear, but a good play to hold it in. Centering play, and it goes right into the breadbasket of Zach Larson. 1:31 to go, regulation time.
Great sustained pressure there by Lindenwood. They did exactly as we said, Lou, pulled their goalie. They had a 6-on-4, and I mean, that whole power play there, as it was cut short a little bit by that 4-on-4, but that whole power play was spent in the I-Tech zone. Great cover there by their netminder, as they really needed a breather.
Harley White is on the bench, so the net is empty to our left. 6-on-4 for 17 seconds. Good defensive zone face-off win by Indiana Tech. What a great play to hold it in by Belleville. Uh-oh, now here we go. It's in the neutral zone area. Pfeiffer tries to make a play on it, and we get a stoppage of play right in front of us, in front of the Indiana Tech bench. 7 seconds left in the power play.
7 seconds left. It's going to be a neutral zone face-off. Interesting to see if Lindenwood keeps their netminder out, and they will not. They're putting the goalie back in here, as it is a neutral zone face-off. Don't want to give up any opportunity to tie this game with 1:20 left. Still is 5-3.
Face-off right at center ice, an important face-off. Jenke wins it. It goes down into the Lindenwood zone though, so here we go. Penalty over, 5-on-5. We'll see White's going to have to hurry up and head to the benches for the extra attacker. We're down to 1:05 to go here in regulation time. There's a collision. The puck rolls back into the Belleville end. White has to stay in goal as they try to get possession in the Indiana Tech zone. We're down to 55 seconds left. Puck's going to roll down to White now with 50 seconds to go here in this third period. Puck now is going to roll out the center ice as the play now will be taken down into the Indiana Tech zone as we're down to 38 seconds left. Puck's going to roll back out the center ice down into the into the Lindenwood Belleville zone. Offsides will be the call. 30.9 seconds left to go here in regulation time. 30 seconds away for Indiana Tech to possibly clinch their spot into the NAIA championship game as the face-off will come back down to the left of the Indiana Tech goal. Well, we're going to get a stoppage of play as we're going to get a timeout called by Indiana Tech, I believe, or by, as yes it is, because Waldorf used their timeout early in the third period. Well, the winner of this game here tonight will take on the winner of Aquinas, who takes on Lawrence Tech at 8 o'clock. We invite you to come back and watch that one right here on the DM Sports Network here on YouTube. This one's been an exciting game. Lindenwood Belleville had a 3-1 lead until about 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the second period. As at 18:49, Dennis got the goal, or I beg your pardon, 18:16 of that second period. It was Wyatt Stotts getting the scoring barrage going for Indiana Tech. And then in the third period, Jarrett Pfeiffer at 1:26, and Adam Jonak 24 seconds later at 1:50 gave the Indiana Tech team a 4-3 lead. And then at 5:32, it was Alexander Gregorich getting the 2-goal lead for Indiana Tech. Here we go now off the face-off. They dig away at it. Puck's going to roll out the center ice, and Belleville's going to make the play on it just to hang on to it now. We're down to 20 seconds left. They throw it towards the goal. There's a shot taken away. And now it's going to be played right back out to the blue line. We're down to 9 seconds left. All over but the shouting now. Coming in on goal with an empty net goal. That'll ice it now for Indiana Tech. Mike Tisch. He'll get the goal that seals it. Time of that goal, 19.56. And we've got a 6-3 lead now in favor of Indiana Tech. The face-off just a formality now, and they're just going to walk it back. Our final score tonight. Indiana Tech 6, Lindenwood Belleville 3. It started out a 3-1 hockey game. Lindenwood Belleville jumped out to a flying start. 10:48 in that opening period on the power play, and then at 12:56. Lindenwood Belleville made it 2-0 on the goal by William Varner. And then at about 40 seconds later, it was a goal from Tisch, his first of the night, to make it 2-1. And then at 18:41, Billy Dennis lit the lamp for Belleville to make it a 3-1 hockey game. And then in the second period, what probably turned the tide, at 18:16, Wyatt Stotts made it a 3-2 lead for Indiana Tech, or for Belleville rather, and they concluded the barrage in the third period. At 1:26, Jarrett Pfeiffer made it 3-3. 24 seconds later, Adam Jonak got Indiana Tech the lead they would not relinquish. And then on the power play at 5:32, it was Alexander Gregorich on the power play, as I mentioned, to make it 5-3. And then at 19:56, the empty net goal by Mike Tisch closed out the scoring at 6-3. But we're going to show the handshake line, if you will. As I always say, one of the best traditions in all of sports, as both teams show great sportsmanship as they conclude this game to make it 6-3. The winner will take on, that would be Indiana Tech. The winner of the Aquinas and Lawrence Tech game will play Indiana Tech tomorrow at 5, right here on the DM Sports Network and YouTube. Dylan Morello is going to go down and try to get an interview with one of the victorious Indiana Tech players. And then after that, we will conclude tonight's game. So please stick around for that, as we'll take a slight break here. As again, we want to thank everybody for joining us. Again, we apologize about all the technical delays. Hopefully we've got them all ironed out for the rest of the weekend, as that old internet Wi-Fi playing its tricks on us here tonight. 6-3 our final score. Indiana Tech victorious over Lindenwood Belleville. We want to thank Coach Lindsay Middlebrook for coming on in this second intermission with us. And of course, head coach Frank DeCristofaro in the first intermission. And here he comes, the man with the plan, running fast and quick, Dylan Morello. Dylan, first of all, give us your thoughts here on this. What a third period, as we mentioned. I think the turning point had to be that goal in the last minute and a half of the second period, but what a barrage by Indiana Tech. Yeah, Indiana Tech, I mean, you know, give them credit. I talked to their players, talked to their coaching staff, and as I mentioned before, Lou, they never had their head down. You know, they kept the pellets in the metal, kept on playing their game, and they knew eventually that, you know, the puck was going to find the net, and it did. And that's exactly what the coaches told their players, you know, what they preach every day, you know, watching this team throughout the season. They've been in those situations before, and it really shows the character of their team.
We gotta work hard, play our game. If we play our game, no one can beat us.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, Adam Jonak has mentioned he had the game-winning goal, Dylan, to make it a 6-3 final score in favor of Indiana Tech. So now they go on to play either Aquinas or Lawrence Tech. Before we sign off here, give us a quick synopsis, if you will. What do you think to expect tonight at 8 o'clock?
Yeah, 8 o'clock, it's going to be a thrilling game. You know, Aquinas, you know, they got that so-called bye day. You know, Lawrence Tech, if they do go all the way, you know, they're going to have to win the most games, as they had to play in that, you know, pretty much a play-in game. So I think Lawrence Tech, I mean, they're going to have their feet under them. There may be some fatigue, but I think right in the beginning, you know, just being with the guys, you know, in the locker room and on the bus and this morning at breakfast, I mean, they're all ready to go. Hearing from the Aquinas guys as well, you know, both teams are ready. They both respect each other pretty good. As we mentioned before in the earlier broadcast, that many of their games were just decided by one goal. So I think there is still some sour taste in Lawrence Tech mouth from last year, but I think it's going to be a great game, so fans, please tune into that. It's going to be an exciting, fast-paced one, and you know, you get to see who's going to play I-Tech here tomorrow night. All right, well, that's going to do it here for this first of two from the Chiller Dublin Ice Arena in Belleville, or I'm sorry, in Columbus. Once again, our final score, Indiana Tech 6, Lindenwood Belleville 3. Just a reminder, hey, everybody, keep your head up, keep your sticks down, and as always, keep your minds open. Good night, everybody. We'll see you at 8 o'clock here for Game 2 between Aquinas and Lawrence Tech.